Yeah, coming.
Yeah, just make sure that's real close. Alright, today is the 16th of July, 2011, here in Kissimmee, Florida, Warbird Adventures with Neil. How are you today?
I'm doing great.
Fantastic. I'm Chuck. We're here in the T6 Texan World War II Advanced Trainer. Getting ready to go. Talked a little bit about operating the airplane, so have your feet up on the pedals, toes towards the bottom of the pedals and heels on the floor. Your right hand on the stick, and we'll just ease that back. Holds the elevator up, and I'm going to bring a little bit of power in nice and slow. We'll start moving forward. Usually takes about 1,000 RPMs to get going. It's rolling. There we go. As we pull out into the sun, let's give a big wave to the right. And if you look over to the left, you see that little taxiway that we have to go down. Yep. Once we start putting the nose there, where it's going to be blind for us, we're not going to be able to see ahead. So we're going to start right into our S-turns. We're already going left. We'll just continue that way. We'll look a little to the right. And we're using our feet to steer nice and slow and smooth. So not the stick, it's our feet. Gotcha. I know, it's strange. Mike, see the ground. It's Texan 4 out of Warbirds 30 Southwest, Oscar.
Texan 4, Kissimmee ground, runway 15, taxi via Charlie and Delta taxiways.
Charlie Delta to 15, Texan 4.
So basically it's just serpentine?
Exactly, that's exactly right. So it's the only way to see, so you're looking a little to the left as we're going right.
Right.
We'll push a little left pedal, make it go to the left. We'll start looking right. It's the same in a Stearman, the T6. It's the same in a Mustang or a Corsair. You can't see over the nose. The few exceptions are the P-39 and the P-38, which had nose wheels. But that's the only World War II fighter from any country I can think of that had a nose wheel.
Gotcha.
The ME-109, the Spitfire, the Zero, they're all tailwheel airplanes.
And this is the Texan, you said, right?
Yeah, the T6 Texan.
T6.
Yeah, this is a hugely significant airplane historically. They built 13,000 of these here in the States and another 4,000 in Canada.
Wow.
And it served in 24 countries in World War II and about 50 total, including World War II and post-World War II. So lots of countries use this airplane to train their militaries how to fly.
Gotcha.
So it's been hundreds of thousands, over 1 million pilots have been trained in this airplane. Even more recently to start in this and to go fly jets.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Like South Africa used this airplane up until 1994. That's not that long ago.
Oh, no, that's great.
Yep. Alright, when we park, we want to park at an angle. That's because of our visibility problem. Alright, let's have you close your canopy up to that first notch, and that's going to help with the wind noise. There you go. Yeah, it'll lock right there. Back on the stick with me and we'll hold it back.
Okay.
Alright. Power's coming up nice and slow. Pressures and temperatures look good. And we'll check hydraulic pressure, check the propeller. We're watching the RPM go down. As we cycle the prop, it takes a bigger bite out of the air, puts a load on the engine, RPM decreases, and it uses engine oil to do that. And we want to cycle yesterday's cold oil out for today's warm engine oil, so it works real well. Now we're going to go up to 2,000 and check the magnetos. Right mag, RPM drop, back to both, left mag. Good. It's smooth on either mag. One magneto for each set of spark plugs, so there's a front spark plug on each cylinder and a back one. And each magneto is connected to each one, so if one fails, you still have some operation of each cylinder. Good. Alright, look down the right wing. Alright, we're going to ease that stick over to the right and raise the aileron. We'll move the stick to the left and raise the left aileron. I'm looking back at the tail. We're checking the elevator and the rudder so the controls are free and correct. And that's looking good. Do you feel good?
Yeah.
Okay, trim set, right tank, mixture, prop, mags. And we're squawking 1200 on tower frequency. We'll give them a call. Kissimmee Tower, Texan 4 is ready for departure 15.
4, Kissimmee Tower, runway 15, cleared for takeoff. Traffic inbound approaching Cooper intersection on the VOR approach.
Alright, clear for takeoff 15, Texan 4. Alright, look left. Just make sure it's clear. I know the tower cleared us, but we still want to look anyway. There's no one coming in. Look to the right now. Look down the runway. It's our last chance to look for turtles or birds or vehicles or anything else. Now on takeoff, we talked about this. You're going to look straight ahead and just pick up the edges of the runway with peripheral vision.
Gotcha.
Alright, I'm going to come up slowly on the power. And it's, I think, a little left crosswind here. And real light on the stick, real light. Here we go. 600 horsepower here.
5 to sideways over Kopi.
4, 5.
We're ready to fly.
Cool.
Pressures and temperatures good. And RPM coming back. Got the power back a little bit already.
Tower helicopter 4, Sierra Quebec, about 43 miles southeast for signature.
Yeah, just look around a little bit. You can see the horizon everywhere.
Yeah.
Look back behind the left wingtip. You can see Orlando International Control Tower there. Sticking
Oh,
out.
yeah.
Section just off the departure of the runway.
Where the left wingtip is now is about where NASA is. So I'm looking for the assembly building for the space shuttle, but I don't see it.
And it's a little hazy.
Thank you.
Tower, India, November Foxtrot, departing Heli Center for downtown Disney.
India, November Foxtrot, under observed you up there on your way.
I know you're good. Thanks.
Very cool.
Yeah. We got that low cloud layer in front of us.
Right.
Now there's an airplane to our right. And we're going to look for him. He's coming in opposite us. I just don't see him yet.
No, I don't either.
I got him. He's off our right wing.
Texas 4 south traffic.
Oh, yeah, wait over there.
Forward to southwestbound approved.
Alright, we're over 1,000. We'll get the power back a little more. So you notice how it's just slightly bumpy here?
Yeah. That's turbulence, or?
November 537 Hotel Foxtrot, circle for a touch and go.
Look to the left, and you'll notice that we're just about to the altitude where these clouds are forming.
Right.
So this is where it's going to be the bumpiest. It's not bad.
No, not at all.
When we're above it, it should be perfectly calm. Alright, but where did our horizon go? It's gone.
With the haze, yeah.
Well, yeah, it's where the clouds are forming. It's where the most amount of water
7 Hotel Foxtrot.
Water vapor is, and molecules in the air.
27.
So, and sometimes there is pollution and junk or smoke in the sky. So what we're going to use for the horizon then is the clouds.
Oh, okay.
The ones
Hotel Foxtrot
to the right are a little taller off in the distance, but by and large, the cloud layer that we're above now is all the same altitude. So we're going to consider that as the horizon.
Gotcha.
So look at your wingtips. Look at the distance from the clouds to the wingtips on either side. This is level. So one wing's not closer to the clouds than the other.
Gotcha.
Look where the nose is above the clouds in front of us.
Uh-huh.
Look at your airspeed. Airspeed is about 106 or so.
Yes.
Let's lower the nose a little bit, so just ease the stick forward slowly. There you go. Yeah, right about there. Now, we'll watch your airspeed. Already, it's 110.
Yeah, it's already going up.
Yep. So the more we lower the nose, the less we climb, the faster we go through the air.
Gotcha.
And let's lower the nose a little more. Let's go a little faster. Good. So it's a matter of pressure.
Yeah, just barely touch.
Just barely touching it. All right. So 120. Let's make 120 our climb speed now. So by your left leg, inside, look down. Look down by your left leg, by your hip. See the frisbee-sized wheel there?
Yes.
That's the trim wheel. So instead of just pushing the nose down and holding forward stick, you can actually take the pressure out of it by, see how the change is there by rolling that forward?
Gotcha.
Okay, so look ahead. And actually put your hand on that trim wheel.
Okay.
And put your thumb in the notch that's on the very top of it.
Gotcha.
Okay, so look at our speed now, 130. Let's have you raise the nose with stick a little bit. Yeah, just hold it there now.
Okay.
And as the speed changes, or starting to slow down some, your pressure is going to change on the stick. You want to neutralize that pressure. So move the trim wheel forward or backwards just a little bit so there's no pressure on the stick. That might be nose down. Let go of the stick and see what happens. Oh, that's nose down.
Yeah, not quite enough.
So pull back a little bit, hold the nose up, and then trim the nose up. That's probably still nose down. I'm just looking where that notch is. That's probably way nose down. So by doing that, you're resisting the pressure
on the stick.
So trim the nose up some. There you go. That's going to be better. Let go of the stick. See how you're holding back?
Yeah.
So trim that nose up. Roll that wheel back. Roll the wheel back. Roll the nose up. Roll the nose down. Yep, there you go. That's better. So now let go of the stick.
Oh yeah, okay.
Now you're 120 and it's going to stay there. So that's what you're looking for. Okay. Okay, so if you've let go of the stick and I've let go of the stick, who's flying the airplane? Exactly.
The airplane is.
Right, it's that stable. It's no big deal, really.
Very cool.
So pilots get in the airplane and they try to wrestle this thing to death, and there's no sense in that. You can't tell what's going on with it if you're holding too tight or moving the controls too much.
Right.
Alright, we can start to see the orchards here, so look down to the right. Up ahead about 5-10 miles, that's Highway 27, and there's short little roads that go across it. About the 1 o'clock position, 30 degrees to the right of the nose. That's west. Look on the other side of the airplane. Look at the power line that cuts through the woods down there.
Right here?
That's south.
Gotcha.
So look to the left of the nose and you see the squares and the rectangles over there. We want to go that way. So when we turn left, I want you looking over the nose.
Okay.
Look straight ahead. Let's just ease a little bit of left stick and left pedal in. There you go. That's all you need. That's it. And you see the nose moving through the horizon to the left. Before we get to those roads, let's slowly start to unbank. Just a little right stick and right pedal. Now, that was nice. Very smooth. Look what you've done, though. Look at our speed. It's 110. It was 120. So when you turned,
we angled up a little bit.
You pulled back a little bit and slowed us down. So just relax your pressure. Good.
So it'll return back to the neutral that we set.
Exactly. So that's pressure you put in to raise the nose. And you do need to pull back a little bit in the turn, but you pulled back just a little more, and it just made enough difference to slow us down some. No big deal. I'm just pointing that out. It doesn't hurt us or anything. Okay. Look at the wingtips. And now look over the nose. We're turning to the right.
We're turning in.
That's you, not me. So
I'm not.
Turn back to the left. Look at the roads about 30 degrees to the left of the nose. That's south. Just turn that way and we'll go that way.
Go about there.
Just a little more. There you go. Slowly come out, right stick and right pedal. There, that's it. Now, just look a little to the right of the nose more than the left of the nose, and you can see that we're parallel to those roads down there.
Yeah.
Good. You know if our speed's below 120, that you're just pulling back a little bit. So, is it hypersensitive? Yes.
Absolutely.
But when you're used to flying the airplane, that becomes normal to not really move the controls much.
Gotcha.
And if you do have to fly the airplane heavy-handed just to be steady with it, then it's going to wear you out. So they designed the airplane, this trainer, as the fighters are, and that's that very little control input does a lot for the airplane. So that way, when it needs to be agile, it is. When you need to be in combat, you can really horse it around. Other than that, you can go on long missions and not really get too tired.
That makes sense.
Okay. Hold the stick right where it is. Look straight ahead. Let's press just a little right pedal. A little left stick, because that right wing's coming down. A little left stick. Now don't move the stick. Hold it still. Just right pedal. Just push right pedal. Harder. Harder right pedal. Harder right pedal. Now, the nose went to the right a little bit, didn't it?
Yeah, I did.
It sounds funny and it feels funny. Are we turning to the right?
No, I think we're just adjusting.
Okay, push left pedal. The nose went to the left. We're yawing to the left. Push more left pedal. There you go. And we have to hold just a little right stick so the wings are level. It's crooked. We're flying crooked through the air, but we're not turning left. So look straight ahead and let go of the pedals.
Okay.
Feet off the pedals.
Yes, they are.
Press a little right pedal. The ball's to the right on the instrument there. There you go. And it straightened itself out. So it just didn't want to return to normal. Anyway, so we can yaw without bank, and that's incorrect. So we don't turn the airplane with rudder. We turn with stick. So feet on the floor. You're looking straight over the nose.
Yes.
Let's turn a little to the right without pedal. There you go. Now that didn't look bad, did it? No. Okay, just keep going. Now you're really going to look straight over the nose where that joggle is. Let's go to the left now. Oh, look at the nose going to the right a little bit. You see that?
Yeah, a little.
Okay, roll into your left turn. Just keep going.
That's because we're not using the pedal?
Yeah, so we're demonstrating that. So keep going to the left. There you go. Now, look straight ahead. Let's go to the right turn. There's the nose going off to the left, so that's incorrect. And that's why we need rudder. So keep rolling a little faster, a little more into the right turn. We'll do this one more time, a little more to the right. There you go. Now, go to the left. Oh, there's that nose sliding off. And,
yeah, it does.
And it bounces back a little bit. Keep rolling to the left. Just keep the stick steady to the left as you're turning. There you go. Go to the right one last time. Oh, and there's the nose going the wrong way.
Yeah, that's
so
right.
feet back up on the pedals. Heels on the floor. So the airplane doesn't turn with rudder alone, and you can't turn effectively coordinating it with stick alone. You need both. So now you're going to look straight over the nose again. Let's turn to the right with a little right stick and a little right pedal. There you go. That's it. Now the nose rolls on a point, and then into the direction of the turn. Okay. Let's just smoothly go from the right turn to the left turn. There you go. That's it. The nose rolls on a point. It doesn't go the wrong way first if you have enough rudder.
Yep.
There. So we're looking for coordination, and that's it. Now, you're going to hold the nose on the cloud tops, which is the pollution layer in front of you there.
Okay.
Let's go from the left turn to the right turn. That's it. Good. Keep going. Yeah, a little more steep now. There you go. Yeah, if your nose up level on the horizon, you can certainly look around. You want to hold enough back pressure so the nose doesn't fall. So hold that.
It does kind of dive a little bit.
Yeah, just hold what you got. That's fine. Look down at the ground now. Look down the right wingtip.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Look back over the nose. Make sure it's on the horizon.
Yes.
Let's roll out all the way into a left turn. Relax your back pressure as you're rolling out. Smooth and slow. Keep going, keep going. There you go. Now, slowly center the stick here, and then hold the nose up on your cloud tops. Smaller movements. You see what that does.
I'm sorry.
No, don't apologize. A little more turn. A little bit more back pressure now. And your movements are getting bigger. So pull back harder. Pull back harder. There you go. Now that's holding the nose up. Now look down the left wingtip.
Yeah, that's a sharp turn.
Yeah. Slowly roll out right here. Now the harder you push stick, the harder you have to push rudder.
Gotcha.
Good. All right. Very nice. What do you think of that?
That was great.
Good. Okay, I'm going to come in on the controls with you. You've been flying since we took off, since we left the ground. So relax a little bit there. Alright. We got the orchards all around us, so we can see that we're going east. The sun came up in the direction of, in front of us there. Let's do a wing over, a lazy 8. It's a real nice maneuver. From level flight, we're 145. What we're going to do is just ease the nose up and start a climb.
Okay.
When we climb, we slow down, and that's what we're looking for here. By maintaining our back pressure, we're climbing and slowing down. A little bit of a left turn. So now it's a climbing left turn. We're just going to hold our back pressure and let the airplane do the work for us. Watch how the nose falls, and look ahead. See the roads up ahead? That's 90 degrees from where we started. That's north. So now the nose is down. We're losing the altitude that we gained, and we're getting our speed back. We're slowly pulling back and to the right. Yeah, don't get in a hurry there. Very slow. If you get in a hurry, you will not come out on heading.
Yeah.
So move the stick as little as possible.
Yeah.
Your turn. So up we go. Up we go. Up we go. Pull back. Pull back. A little to the left now. Good. See how slow that was? When you come out of the maneuver, you want to be that slow too. Just a little more back pressure here. Smaller movements, a little bit more back pressure. A little bit more. There, hold what you got. Slowly back and to the right, a little extra right pedal. Take your time, just let the airplane roll itself out. The faster it goes, just pull back a little more. There, how's that?
That's very cool.
Up we go, one more time up higher, this time pull back more. There, a little more, to the left now. There, just let it roll over a little steeper this time. Pretty sky.
Yeah.
Just a little more back pressure here. Back and to the right, a little harder right pedal this time.
That's awesome.
Keep it coming. Keep it coming. There, and relax. Good. What do you think of that?
That's great.
Alright, I'm back on the controls with you. Now, when I reach up and take the stick, it's real stiff. So you're holding on too tight. So even for those maneuvers, it's still, yeah, you're not going to let go. So don't worry about holding on too tight.
Gotcha.
Our next maneuver is an upside down maneuver. You don't come out of your seat. You do not need to hold on to anything else in the cockpit besides this stick.
Okay.
Look straight ahead at that road in front of us. This is south. This is really pleasant maneuver. The aileron roll goes straight ahead, so look straight ahead. We start by pitching up. We're going to relax and just roll. And around we go.
Wow.
Yeah. Isn't that nice?
Oh, that's great.
Alright, I'm going to talk you through it. Pull the nose up. Pull back a little harder. Pull back more. Keep coming. Pull more. Stop. No back pressure. Hard to the left up against your leg. Harder. Real hard up against your leg. More stick to the left. Triple your push there. Harder. Keep going. Stop. Yeah, we just went past a little bit.
Oh, very cool.
You feel good?
Oh, it's awesome.
Alright, do it again. Up we go. Pull harder. Stop. Real hard to the left now. Real hard. Push forward some. Don't pull back. If you pull back, we're making a corkscrew instead of going straight ahead.
Oh, okay.
So let's just level the wings and go up. We lost 1,000 feet of altitude on that because you're pulling back.
Pulling back, I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, don't apologize. How about a left turn for us? Just a climbing left turn. So the trick to rolling straight ahead is to not pull back.
Right.
So if we're rolling like this and we pull, see how it brings the nose around?
Yeah.
So you just have to center that stick so there's no back pressure. No big deal. You haven't done this before. Alright. You feel good?
Yeah, absolutely.
Alright, you got the roads ahead of you. I'm going to set you up for another one of those. I'll talk you through it. Wings level, nose down for 160. We need 160 to start this maneuver. Alright, when you get there, pull the nose up about 30 degrees high until your feet touch your eyes. Pull harder, pull more. Keep coming. Stop. No back pressure. Hard left go. Up against your leg. Harder than that. Harder to the left. Hold it there. Keep going. Harder to the left. Stop. There you are.
That's awesome.
Good. Alright, I'm on the controls with you. And we're going to turn. Another climbing turn here to get a little altitude. Look at the lake down there. The other lake, just beyond that, has a couple roads that connect it. Those are north-south roads, so we're looking north.
Gotcha.
Look down the left wing. You see the clouds way off in the distance there, the ones that are building? That's about Lakeland, but it's in the direction of Tampa.
Absolutely, yeah.
When we do this maneuver, we're going to be rolling for our roll, so we will pull back, and I'll tell you where to look. So 170, start looking down the left wingtip at those clouds. Keep looking at one cloud. We're going to always pull back, slowly rolling to the left. Start looking over the nose at the clouds. Look ahead. There, that's 90 degrees from where we started.
Gotcha.
Follow the nose. Then around we go. There. Back on heading. Yep. And a little bit of a climb. So as we rolled that time, we changed physical heading with the nose 90 degrees.
Right.
We did that by pulling back. So we want the corkscrew with this roll. That's the barrel roll.
Gotcha.
The way to do that a little better is just to barely move the stick with input. All right, you ready to try it?
I can try.
Good. Wings level, lower the nose for 170. So you're going to push over and get your speed.
That's steep enough?
Yeah, just wait for your speed. Remember, micro movements, and I'll tell you to add more or not so much. Okay, start pulling back. You're always going to pull back. Don't turn, just pull. Look to the left, look down the wing at the cloud. Pull back a little harder. Slowly roll, continue to pull. A little more roll here. A little more roll, look ahead. A little more roll, harder. There, hold that. Keep coming. Pull back just a little more and more. And then not so much roll. Keep coming, keep pulling. That's it!
It's so cool.
You're on heading, did you see that?
Yeah, pretty much straight.
Yeah, cool.
There you go.
Alright, that's awesome.
That is so cool.
Alright, so you see the difference in going forward and going off to the side is pulling back on the stick.
Yes.
Okay, if you feel good, that's me on the stick pushing. Let's do a loop.
Cool.
Okay. If we're doing the loop and going up into the vertical and you're looking straight ahead, all you're going to see is blue sky and clouds. You're not going to know where we are.
Right.
By looking down the wing, you'll see where we are in the maneuver. So look ahead now, 190. Alright, look down the left wingtip. There's a 3G pull.
Wow. You can definitely feel that.
Yeah. Now, slowly look over the nose, look ahead. We're going to relax just a little over the top and float it just a bit. And around we go. Pulling a little more and more when we're faster. There, what do you think?
That is so neat.
Alright, so the trick to that is wings level. We don't want to pull to the right or to the left.
Right.
We want the wings to be level. You feel good?
Yeah, absolutely.
Alright, let's get over this road here before we pass it. Okay, I'm going to talk you through this one. I'm going to set you up for it and then have you do it. There, we over it. Yeah, alright. Wings level, nose down for 190. Remember, make it smooth. Start your pull here. Look down the left wing. Pull back a little harder, a little more pull. Hold that. Keep coming, keep coming, keep coming. Slowly look ahead. Relax just a little here. Good. Slowly pull back a little more and more and follow the road.
Gotcha.
Keep coming up a little bit into a climb. There. What do you think?
It's so good.
Should we do it again? Are you up for it?
I'm sorry?
Are you up for another one?
Oh, sure.
Let's go for it.
Absolutely.
One more. Nose down for 190. Just push. And that'll get rid of the altitude we need to lose before we head back. Alright, come into your pull here. Alright, look down the left wing. Keep pulling a little more and more. Good. And slowly look for the horizon. Look ahead. Relax just a little there. Good, and then just slowly pull a little more and more here. That way we're not diving at the ground,
Exactly.
We're bleeding off our speed. How about a left turn for us?
That is so cool.
Nice. Very smooth, isn't it?
I love it.
Alright, lower that nose and let's head for the airport. It's right in front of us there. Roll out. And we'll start to go below 3,000 here pretty quick. You can feel it's a little warmer down here.
Yeah, it is.
I'm going to set the trim slowly. Good. Hold it right there. Push forward just a little bit. And that intercom noise will go away shortly when the airplane slows down.
So, what was our maximum altitude? Like 3,000?
Ask me the question again.
How high did we get?
We started at 6,500. 6,500. And then we finished up all of our maneuvers before we were down to 3,500 or 4,000, somewhere in there. A loop and a T6, when we start pulling till we're over the top, is 1,000 feet.
Gotcha.
And a P-51, it's 3,000 feet. And the difference is the speed that we need to start the maneuver at. Good, you can drop that nose just slightly. Right about there is good. We'll listen to the weather on the radio, see if it's changed.
Temperature 28, dew point 24, altimeter 2999er. Expect an ILS approach, runway 15 is in use. Use caution for birds on and around Kissimmee Airport. Advise on initial contact, you have information, Oscar.
It's still Oscar. Good, we're at 2,500, let's head down and we'll slowly descend just 1,000 feet. No rush. So that means we have to go through that cloud layer.
Right.
We've got about 10 miles, 12 miles to lose altitude. Just down 1,000 feet, so no big deal. So what do you think of the airplane?
Oh, it's so nice. It's very smooth, smoother than I thought it would be.
Well, you didn't know it, but you picked the perfect day.
Oh yeah?
It could be slightly better than this, but not by much.
Yeah, it's so nice.
I fly here every day, and there's folks that don't get good flights because they come to fly at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. It's hot, it's bumpy, it's miserable. Good, drop the nose some, just a little bit. There you go. Perfect, we'll head, that's a good angle right there. You see our speed come up slightly, you see our altitude starting to go down.
Yep.
2,500 headed to 15. Super Tower, Texan 4, 10 south, Oscar.
Texan 4, Semi Tower, report initial runway 15.
Initial 15, Texan 4. So, just looking around, you notice how it's kind of clear up here and it's a little hazy at the cloud layer.
Right.
Drop that nose a little bit, let's keep heading down. There you go. So you're doing really good holding level altitude. Most people don't.
Oh yeah?
We want to descend a little though. Below us is
Semi Tower, Cherokee 250.
a protected area where they're not supposed to build anything, so it's actually not a forest, it's a swamp, so at the base of the trees is water.
Route 2505 should take us southwest.
And a bunch of yuppies.
15 cleared
Yeah.
for takeoff.
Southwestbound 15, clear for takeoff 250, Foxtrot Tango.
Feel the airplane starting to bounce around a little bit. Watch for birds or airplanes.
Approaching midfield downwind.
That's me putting in some rudder trim.
Go, followed by a north.
I felt it slide a little bit.
Yeah,
X-ray, Semi Tower, rudder cleared, touch and go, then make a left turn downwind departure.
just a little right stick for wings level. There you go, that's it. It's just ever so slight. And I'm behind the wings, so my view is like what the video is seeing. And I can see if one wing is higher than the other better than you can, because from where you are, the leading edge is just either side of you. It's real hard to see. Lower the nose a little bit, push. There you go. And we'll maintain visual with the ground.
Yeah.
Level off right there. Excellent. About 1230, just a little to the right of the nose is our airport.
I'll take your word for it.
Yeah, look to the right a little bit. Your other right. I know. It's when we start to multitask and get overloaded.
Yeah.
It's just a little to the right of the nose, about 6 miles. You'll start to see it more and more as we get closer to it.
Gotcha. Oh yeah, okay, the field.
Alright, so we're heading north. We want to go to the north side of the airport.
Okay.
The runway that we took off from is the one we're landing on. It goes towards the lake. So we need to start on the other side of it and head almost opposite us.
So we need to go east.
Southeast. You see how it's angled away from... Alright, look to the right. You see the road off our wingtip? Look down the wingtip. And there's a road on our left wingtip.
Okay.
Those roads are going due north and the runway's on...
Section 4, pilot's discretion, 1,000 is approved with a right brake, runway 15, cleared to land.
1,000 right brake, clear to land, 15, thanks for. Alright, lower that nose, let's go down to 1,000. He cleared us for that. We're still going to go to the north side of the airport. We talked a little bit this morning about an approach to landing like the Navy does, and that's what we're going to do here. So we're going to be in a constant turning approach so we can see everything.
Right.
Now we haven't reduced power yet. We're waiting to get over the airport for that. So our speed comes up when we descend. Yeah, look to the right, look at your airport environment. Make sure there's no birds in front of us.
Semi Tower, pull on 3
Yeah,
miles,
that's good.
8 miles to the south inbound with Oscar.
Over 413, pilot.
Well, it's humid down here, isn't it?
Yeah, you can tell the difference.
Downwind wind, runway 15.
Alright, just
Downwind runway
on the approach there, right over the numbers, there's an airplane landing.
Come due north there.
You see the airplane landing, he's over the runway.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so that's our runway. I'm on the control with you. Stay on with me until we shut the airplane off, okay?
554 Sierra, Quebec.
Up to 54 Sierra, Quebec, Semi Tower.
Helicopter 554 Sierra, Quebec over here at the signature ramp with Oscar requesting present position takeoff eastbound.
Nice turn.
So we're just going to fly over. That's how we start.
Sierra, Quebec, roger. Eastbound departure pre-route below 500 feet, please. Departure bit on risk. Proceed as requested.
Below 500.
So that guy is doing a touch and go. He's off, and another Cessna taxiing out. Right off our right wingtip's home base there. 1,000 feet over the number.
And number 4 Sierra, Quebec. If you look
We'll go
at your
wings
right,
level for just a second.
Climb out runway 15.
And now, here's the circle.
Have the traffic
Gotcha.
channel maintain visual separation all times.
So this is the final descent.
Much that travel will be making a left turn towards you for the downwind departure.
Alright, we're getting the airplane slowed down, so we'll dump the gear. Gear's coming down. You should feel it. Boom.
Yeah. Boom. You can see the little yellow tab pull up.
Yeah, exactly.
Kissimmee Tower, number 452, Mike.
So we're going to pretend
ready for departure.
that the runway is the aircraft carrier deck.
Short runway 15.
Short 452, Mike.
Alright, we're going to start to get the flaps down. You're going to feel them. It's going to push the nose down.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, we're doing 110. Got lots of speed here. Gear, flaps, mixture, and the prop. Down to 100. And looking to see what the winds are doing.
Pretty calm.
Yeah, coming around. It's a little bit of a tailwind.
536.
Coming around looking for that center line.
Miles south of Stampede with information Oscar.
There we go.
About to land.
Look straight ahead.
November 536, Tower. Kissimmee Tower, report passing the water towers for right traffic, runway 15.
For passing the water tower for right traffic.
There we go. It's a 3-pointer. And it's a tailwind, so we're going to roll along here. Request 24 for Texas 1.
Available to you. And Texan 4 monitor ground, TWA on Delta.
Alright, TWA Delta monitor ground, X4, thanks. You can turn on the air conditioning if you like.
Number 452, Mike Kilo.
That is self-serve.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at the windsock there to the right in the grass.
That's barely moving.
But it was a tailwind, so we like to land into the wind, which would have been
Slow you
this
down.
way.
Just slow you down a little more.
Yeah, so our ground speed would have been about 10 miles an hour slower. So really, that was a pretty fast landing for this airplane, and we couldn't help it.
Yeah.
But it was a 3-pointer.
I'll take it.
210 Foxtrot Tango.
Very cool.
Yeah. Better experience than he thought it would be.
Oh, yeah. Thought it was going to be great. Great.
Yep. Look at all the modern airplanes over here with nose wheels. So they all sit level.
Yeah.
The pilots can see for takeoff and landing and for taxi. So very few airplanes are produced anymore that are like this and nose high with a blind position in front of us.
Yeah, they're high enough up above the prop they can probably see.
Oh yeah, you can see fine.
Yeah.
So there was really no excuse for taxiing into other aircraft.
Yeah, that just happened yesterday.
Yeah. That's unfortunate. You know, if you can get those little radar sensors on BMWs and Mercedes and whatever else, little backup video cameras for their minivan, you think you'd have it on the airplane.
Exactly. You would be running into Delta planes.
Yeah. One of those Delta pilots is in trouble, that's for sure.
So how much fuel did we just use?
Well, it burns about 32 gallons an hour, so about 16 gallons or so. Maybe 17 because we warmed up a little bit.
Right.
So now if I take another flight, the engine's already warm. We don't sit so long on the ground getting the airplane ready.
Gotcha. The most disorienting part is actually on the ground because you can't really see where you're going.
Exactly. You learn, you get used to that after a while.
Yeah, like parking would scare me to death.
Yeah, so there's a trick to that. We're going to take our turns very wide here. We start with our wide right turn, and we're going to do a wide left turn. Give ourselves a little room here. We don't want to go too slow, then we're driving it into the parking space with power. Just want to coast to let the airplane's energy dissipate a little bit. We're looking for the red mark on the top of the hangar. That's a guide, but it's a good guide. And we'll just feel the fuel supplied to the engine and coast in. There we go. How's that?
That was awesome. Perfect.